Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Larry Brailsford from Microsoft 365 Nation, and I'm happy to announce a new contributor to our site, Larry Doyle. We're going to have Larry introduce himself, and then we're going to talk about the issue of the month over in his territory. So, Larry, Microsoft 365 Nation is a community of MSPs, IT pros who work for government, enterprise, education, and so on. So I realize you and I go a long ways back in the SMB MSP community, but this is a slightly different audience. So please introduce yourself, and I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay, I'm Larry Doyle. I'm a consultant based in Dublin, Ireland, and primarily focused around network security, Office 365, Azure. Like my background is all servers, the old SPS from the early days. With the Microsoft servers, perimeter security with firewalls, endpoint security, encryption, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And well, in terms of the client base, it varies from private SME corporations from 10, 20 users all the way up to local governments, like 1,000 user sites. So,
Excellent. Excellent. And I know in your personal life you're an avid motorcyclist. You've taken some very interesting trips globally. We always like a little personal touch. Larry, question of the month is, what is an overriding security issue in your territory in Dublin, Ireland, UK, EMEA, across the pond? Go.
I would say at the moment it's still GDPR is the primary driver for people. You know, it came into effect last May, and it's now people are starting to see the effects of it. They're starting to really wake up to the effect it has on your data. They're really starting to understand what data they can keep, what data and really ask the question: do we need this data? And then if you do need to keep that data, how do we protect it and make sure that people's privacy is their top priority?
Yeah, no, I that's very interesting to me because you're correct. You and I are having a conversation. It's essentially the beginning of spring, 2019. So it is a year ago that occurred. So that's interesting to me that a year has gone by, and now you're seeing the long tail effect. That, quite frankly, doesn't surprise me. For our interview, Larry, I put on my my Windows XP shirt, and the reason is twofold. One is Microsoft 365 incorporates the Windows operating system, and we're coming up on another migration period in just under a year from EOL 7. But also, it's a coincidence, but do you remember the long tail of XP migrations, right? We passed a day in time. It was called April 14th, 2014. And we passed a day in time, and it really was interesting to say 1 year later, people are still running XP.
Yeah.
And
I'm seeing a big move at the moment towards Office 365 and to Windows 10, and a lot of it's been driven by the fact that BitLocker is included in Windows 10 Pro, Windows 10 Enterprise, and people are going, right, we have Windows 7, we need to encrypt all our laptops. Let's push this migration to Windows 10. The move to Office 365 is great because Microsoft, in fairness to them, have provided some great GDPR compliance tools inside the portal, and people are really leveraging that. And we're using different products, like third-party products as well, to integrate. So, like we'd say, just as an example, we would use Social Central to manage BitLocker encryption, so that we can, from a GDPR point of view, you need to be able to prove that laptop that you lost was encrypted. So you need to have an audit trail showing that the last time that laptop connected to your network, you can show, yes, that was encrypted. So you don't have to worry about what data was on it.
Well, I appreciate you putting some meat on them bones in that conversation. We do like depth over here. So thank you and welcome aboard. And Larry, we're going to check in with you next month. You know what? I think next month, if you want to be preparing, I'd be very interested in if there are any technology effects with the passing of the Brexit deadline. So that would be an interesting conversation next month once we're past that deadline. So, sir, ride safely on that motorcycle. I'll do the same on my bicycle. Thank you very much, Larry. Have a great day.
Great, thanks, Larry. You too.